So dear students, so today our topic is lymphatic systems. Okay, so as the name indicates, so these systems mainly consist of the lymphocytes. So there are mainly two types of lymphocytes are present, the T cells and beta cells. So they are richly present in the lymphatic system. So that's why due to presence of the more WBC, the lymphatic systems play important role in the to regulations of the immune systems or to inhibit the foreign microorganisms. If any failure of lymphatic systems or malfunctions of lymphatic systems, we will be suffering from the various kind of the disorder. So that's why the lymphatic systems play important role in the defense mechanisms, and as well as the lymphatic system is play important role in the recirculations of the body fluids. So in our body, so there are main system is known as the cardiovascular system. Is consist of various type of circulations. Among one is the important one is a systemic circulations. The systemic circulations, it is begins from the heart, and from the heart the blood can enter to the aorta with oxygenated blood along with the nutritions. From the aorta, it can enter into the arteries, then arterioles, then capillaries. And capillaries, they are present near to the organs or near to the tissues and near to the cells. From where they are exchange the materials regarding the nutritions as well as the oxygen, and they gain the carbon dioxide and as well the waste material. So that blood was returned to the vanules from the capillaries near to the metabolic cells or organs. From the vanules, so those are enter in the veins. From the veins, so that can enter into the right atriums or towards the heart. Then they go to the respective organs for oxygenation process, filtration process, or many other process. So this is the systemic circulations. So these systemic circulations play important role in recirculations of the fluid along with the nutritions, along with the essential amino acids, essential carbohydrates, protein, fats, hormones, enzymes. Okay, and the lymphatic system is also having some limitations. So those molecules, so their size is less than 100 dalton. Those only, so they are enter from interstitial fluid into the capillaries. From the capillaries, so they enter in the systemic circulations. Certain molecules are there, certain hormones are there, certain proteins are there. So their size should be the more than 100 dalton. So that's why they do not cross the semi-permeable membranes of the capillaries. So they are left in the interstitial fluid where they are synthesized, where they are produced. But so those substances they are required for the other part of the body. But there is an alternative system is present to the systemic circulations or cardiac system. So that system was known as a lymphatic systems. Okay, lymphatic systems, it's mainly play important role in the regulations of the immunities or invaders of the foreign microorganisms, and as well as it was involved in the recirculations of the body fluid, so that was not possible by the systemic circulations or cardiovascular system. So that's why the lymphatic system is also considered as the circulatory systems involved in the circulations of the body fluids. Okay, so first we learn regarding the introductions or lymphatic systems. So dear students, the lymphatic system is nothing but it is the network of tissues and organs. Okay, it is mainly helpful for the removal of toxins, waste materials, and as well as the other unwanted materials. So that was left by systemic circulations. Okay, and lymphatic systems like a systemic capillaries, so this system is mainly present near to the organs. So whatever the waste material, so that was produced by the organ after its metabolisms or regular activity, so those waste material or toxins, so they are removed by the systemic circulation. If the systemic circulation was fail means, so that was recirculated or that can supply towards the kidney and enter into this or recirculated into the systemic circulation. So that is the work of the lymphatic system. So that's why the lymphatic system is also known as the alternative to the systemic circulations or cardiovascular system. Okay, so here the lymphatic system is also known as a drainage systems. So drainage system means, so in our city the drainage system is present, so that can regulated by controlled by the municipality or nagarpalika, mahanagarpalika. So their major function is, so they can allow the flow of the waste material, so with the help of the certain canals. Okay, so they made the extra canals, so waste material they can drain out from the cities. So like that, so these lymphatic systems make a special systems or canals in our body. So with the help of the lymphatic vessels, lymphatic organs and lymphatic tissues, so that was involved in the drainage systems or removal of the waste material from the body. So that was left by the systemic circulations. Because so in our body, so per minute 20 liters the body fluid will be recirculated. So among 16 to 18 liters, so that was recirculated throughout the body with the help of the systemic circulations. And remaining 2 liters, so that was left by the systemic circulation due to any other reasons or due to larger molecule size. So that was recirculated or removed by the lymphatic systems about 2 liters. So like that our circulatory system, it can circulate around 20 to 22 liters and maximum about 80% that can recirculate with the help of the systemic circulations, and remaining, that is the 10% or 20%, so that was recirculated with the help of the lymphatic system. So that's why the lymphatic system is also known as the drainage system. And here the lymphatic system is also known as the immune system. Immune system is, so those components or those systems, so those are involved in the regulations of the immunity. So immunity was regulated with the help of the WBC, like neutrophils, basophils, eosinophils, as well as monocytes and lymphocytes like T lymphocytes and beta lymphocytes, as well as cytokines, immunoglobulins. So that is the natural globulins or proteins. So they are secreted from the WBC, present in our blood like IgA, IgM, IgD, IgE. So these are the natural immunoglobulins. So they are secreted or present in our body. So our immune system was regulated by those components like WBC, immunoglobulin, cytokines. Okay, and lymphatic system, it consists of rich of T lymphocytes and beta lymphocytes. And T lymphocytes, they are involved in the regulations of cellular mediated immunity with the help of the different types of T cells, and B lymphocytes, so they are involved in the humoral mediated immunity by secretions of the humors or by secretions of the immunoglobulin. So these all are components, so those are involved in the regulations of immunity. So that's why the lymphatic system is consist of rich of these molecules. So that's why the lymphatic system is also known as a immune system. It means the lymphatic system, if any under the malfunction, then our immunity is also decreases. That is the importance of the lymphatic system due to presence of more WBC, immunoglobulin and cytokines. So they are present more in lymphatic system as compared to the systemic circulations. Okay, so next one is the lymphatic systems. It mainly consists of a fluid that was known as the lymph. So this fluid or lymph play important role in the to carry the waste material or to carry the toxins or to carry the protein substance that was left by the system circulation, or it can carries the immune cells from one place to the another place, or from other one place to the where the site of infection is present. So that was carried by the lymph, and lymph is the one of the basic component of the lymphatic system. And also the lymphatic system consists of a vessels, and those are known as the lymphatic vessel, and lymphatic vessels are similar to the systemic vessels like capillaries, veins and arteries, venules and arteries. So they are similar to the, our lymphatic system is similar to the systemic capillaries or systemic veins or arteries. Okay, and regarding the organs, the lymphatic system is mainly consist of organs. So lymphatic systems, it mainly consists of organs like lymph node. The lymph node is nothing but it is the junctions of the lymphatic vessels. You can see here. So this is the junctions. Okay, junction. Then after that, it is a spleen. It is also the organ of lymphatic system. Spleen consists of rich of WC. That is the 2/3 of WC. They are stored in the spleen. Then as well as thymus gland. So these are the organ of the lymphatic system. So with the help of the lymphatic vessel, lymphatic node, spleen, and thymus gland, the lymphatic system is involved in the regulations of the drainage systems as well as immune system, and as well as involved in the removal of the waste materials. So that was left by the systemic circulations. So that's why. So as a systemic circulation, the lymphatic system is also most important systems of our body, involved in the recirculations of the body fluid from one place to the another place. So that was not possible by the systemic circulations. So regarding the important functions of lymphatic system, so lymphatic systems play important role in the fluid balance. So already you know, so our body around 20 to 22 liters, it was recirculated by a systemic circulations. Among 20 liters, only 16 to 18 liters was recirculated with the help of the systemic circulation, and remaining, that is a 2 to 4 liters of the fluid that was left by the systemic circulation are cardiovascular system. So that was recirculated by a lymphatic system. So that's why the lymphatic systems play important role in the fluid balance, and as well as it can drain the fluid to the our blood that was left by the systemic circulation towards the superior vena cava. So where the opening of or end of the lymphatic system is present, so where it can drain the fluid that can collected by the lymphatic vessels. So here these are the lymphatic vessels. So they are also present near to the tissue cells, and here the these are the systemic capillaries or systemic blood vessels. Arteries carries blood towards the cells, and veins take out the blood away from the cells. That is a waste material. If it is failed to pick up the fluid from the tissues or in the organ, so that was collected by the lymphatic vessel. So that collected fluid is first deposited in the lymph node, then trunk, then supplied to the subclavian vein that was inverted into the superior vena cava or inferior vena cava. Okay, so like that, the lymphatic system, so with the help of the lymphatic vessel, lymph node, lymphatic trunk, it was involved in the fluid balance. Okay, so another functions of lymphatic system is the lymphatic system is also involved in the absorption and transport of fat. So already you know, so with the help of the salivary lipase and as well as the, that is pancreatic lipase, our fat can be digested in the GIT tract. Okay, from cholesterol or animal fat into free fatty acids, and those free fatty acids was enter into the our systemic circulation. So with the help of the lymphatic system, it means the absorption of the fat at the at a small intestine, that is the work of the lymphatic system, and So absorbed fat or free fatty acid that was transported or supplied to the liver for synthesis of the desired lipid that was required for the body, like a desired cholesterol, LDL, HDL, and as well as the triglyceride. So they are required for our development of body, especially cholesterol. It was required synthesis of the certain steroidal hormones. So that was synthesized from the free fatty acids. And free fatty acids, so they are produced in the small intestine. So those are absorbed into the blood or systemic circulation. That is the work of the lymphatic system. So lymphatic system is also present in the lining of the small intestine. It can absorb the free fatty acids and transport it to the liver. That's why the lymphatic systems play important role in the absorption and transports of the fat from small intestine to the liver. And as well as the lymphatic systems play important role in the regulations or to maintain the immunity, because it consists of the T lymphocytes and it consists of the B lymphocytes. T lymphocytes involved in cellular mediated immunity, and B lymphocytes, so those are involved in the humoral mediated immunity by secretions of humors or hormones like immunoglobulin A, B, D, E. So those are involved in that invading the microorganisms, and those B lymphocyte, T lymphocyte highly present in the lymphatic vessels or in the lymph. So that's why the lymphatic systems play important role to maintain the immunity or to regulate the immunity or to invade the foreign microorganisms. And as well as the lymphatic systems play important role in transport of protein. So protein, so their size is the larger than the 100 daltons. So that transportation is not done or not possible by the systemic circulation. So this lifted protein by systemic circulation was transported, so with the help of the lymphatic system. So that's why the lymphatic systems play important role in the transports of protein. If any problem in lymphatic system flow, then the person is suffering from the deficiency of the protein also, or metabolic disorder due to lack of the proteins by failure of the circulations of the lymphatic system. Another functions of lymphatic system is it is also involved in the transport and removal of waste material and as well as abnormal cells from the lymph. Okay, so the lymphatic system also involved in the removal of toxins or waste material and as well as the abnormal cells from the body. Okay, so next one, the lymphatic systems, it can produce the antibodies like IgA, then IgM, then IgD, then IgE. Okay, so these are mainly produced from the beta lymphocytes, and beta lymphocytes are basic component or main component of the lymph, and these secret these, and these immunoglobulins are antibodies. They have capability to neutralize the bacteria, to neutralize the virus, fungi, parasites. So here the IgM, it is play important role to neutralize the viruses like COVID-19. So that's why in the rapid test, the doctor they can detect the IgM. If COVID virus enters in our body, means our body, that is beta lymphocytes, the lymphatic system, they secrete the IgM. So due to that, in our blood, the IgM is present due to entry of any viruses. Not only COVID, if any other than COVID virus enter, means definitely our blood will be having a rich of IgM. So that was detected by the rapid kit test. If they are present, means it indicates viral infection, not the COVID-19 infection. Okay, any other virus if enter, means then also the rapid test is positive. Okay, after that, if the in the rapid test they are positive, means the doctor they can go for the PCR test for particular detections of the COVID from the nasal secretions. And this IgM is a natural antibodies present in our body in the lymphatic system. They are having the capability to invade the bacteria and microorganisms. So that's why the lymphatic systems, it is involved in the fight against the microorganisms and as well as the bacteria. So these are the important functions of the immune, that is the lymphatic systems or immune systems or drainage system. So next one is regarding the lymphatic vessels. So lymphatic vessels are similar to the capillaries, but regarding the diameter, the capillaries having the smaller diameter, but the lymphatic vessels, so they are having the larger diameters. So like the capillaries, like the vein, so these lymphatic vessel is also having the valve inside the vessels. So these valve, they can prevent the backflow of the fluid or backflow of the lymph. When the lymph is backflow due to any reason and these wall are closed. Okay, so due to closing of these wall, so they do not allow the backflow of the fluid. And here in the junctions, so here from here the fluid can be enter inside the lymphatic vessels. Okay, this is the common structures of lymphatic vessel. So the structure similar to the systemic capillaries, like a systemic vessel. So these are also having the wall. So these wall are also prevent the backflow of the lymph, and as well as, so it is a semi permeable membrane. It can allows the entry of the fluid along with the proteins, waste material, toxins from interstitial fluid into the lymph vessel. Interstitial fluid means the fluid present between the cells or inside the tissues. So that will be having the waste material or certain proteins that was secreted by the particular type of cell. So that can carried out by systemic circulation. If that systemic circulation was left, means that was failed, means so that can carried by the lymphatic vessels. So that's why the lymphatic vessels are all similar to the systemic capillaries. So regarding the locations, so the lymphatic vessels, so they are mainly present in the deeper layers of the skin. So that's why they play important in the removal of the waste material from the metabolism of skin. Then as well as, so they are present in the subcutaneous tissues. Then in the diaphragm, then it is a dome-like structure present in the abdominal cavity or top of the abdominal cavity, that was known as diaphragm. So this diaphragm play important role in the respiration, that is inspiration as well as expiration. That is also inverted by the lymphatic vessels after working a diaphragm. Certain waste material produces, so that it can carried by the lymphatic vessels. And as well as the lymphatic vessels, so they are present in the wall of the abdominal cavity, that is stomach or intestine or large intestine, spleen. So these all are the present in our cavity. So that cavity was known as the abdominal cavity. That is also well located. That is the presence of the lymphatic vessels. So that's why the excess of the fluid from our abdominal cavity that can drain out by the lymphatic system. Then as well as the lymphatic vessels are also present in the lining of the respiratory tract except alveoli. Okay, so they are present in the all respiratory tract organs. They are absent in the only alveoli. And also, so they are present in the lining of the digestive tract, where they are helpful for the absorption of the fat, certain nutrition, fluid from small intestine or digestive tract into the our system circulation. And as well as the lymphatic vessels, so they are present in the lining of the urinary tract, where also they are present important in the absorption of the certain proteins, a certain water, fluid or electrolytes from urine to the back to our systemic circulations. And as well as the lymphatic vessels are present in the liver and as well as in the present in the heart. Okay. So regarding the lack or absent of lymphatic vessel, the lymphatic vessel do not present in the superficial layer of skin. From the superficial layer of skin, the waste material are removed by the only sweating, not in the help of the lymphatic system. Okay. And the lymphatic vessel is also absent in the central nervous system. It is one of the beneficial effect. Otherwise, the cerebral spinal fluid that can easily drain into the our body. Okay. Okay, so that's why in God they are made certain special precautions. The lymphatic vessel, they do not present in the central nervous system, and as well as, so they are absent in the cornea. So that's why they do not involved in the recirculations of the tears due to absence in the cornea. And as well as the lymphatic vessels, so they are absent in the bones. The bone is also do not having the any lymphatic circulations or lymphatic vessels. And also, so they are absent in the alveoli of the lungs. Okay, alveoli is the one type of air sac or air pouch So where the exchange of oxygen, that of the carbon dioxide, taken place. So where also the lymphatic vessels are absent. Okay, so next one is the regarding the functions, the lymphatic vessels. So they are play important role in the transport of the lymph. So major function only that lymphatic vessels. So they are involved in the transport of the lymph from one place to the another place, or from systemic cells to the towards the system circulations or towards the heart. That is the main functions of the lymphatic vessels. So they can allow the transport of the lymph by providing the channels for flow of the lymph as similar to the systemic capillaries. So this is the typical structures of the lymphatic vessels. So next one is the regarding the flow of lymph. So lymph can be carried out by lymphatic capillaries. So they are present near to the systemic organs or cells. And these capillaries they collect the fluid that can left by the systemic circulations along with toxins, waste materials and protein, certain hormones or macromolecules or larger molecule from the site of interstitial fluid then can collected by the lymphatic capillaries. And the lymphatic capillaries, the collected fluid, that is the lymph, was drained to the lymphatic vessel. And regarding the lymphatic vessel, so they are the greater size as compared to the lymphatic capillaries. And all lymphatic vessels, so they are drained their fluid into the lymphatic node. Lymphatic node nothing but these are the junction of two or more lymphatic vessels. So lymphatic vessel, so they from the different body, so they are joined together in a particular place. So that place was known as the, that is the lymphatic node. So all are drained out here, and one vein or one lymphatic vessel they can taken out the fluid away from the nodes that is collected by the lymphatic vessel and lymphatic, that junction was known as the lymphatic nodes. So in our body there is a more than 600 types of lymphatic nodes are present in our body. Okay, if you clearly you observe in the farmer, in the old people, you usually you can locate the certain hill places in their body. So those are nothing but, so those are the lymphatic nodes. And also you can observe if the lymphatic node sizes increases day by day means that indicate that person was suffering from the blood cancer also. Okay, for detections of blood cancer, the doctors they also observe the size of the lymphatic nodes. If the day by day the size of lymphatic node increases, mean that indicates so that person was suffering from the blood cancer. And these lymphatic nodes they are joined together, they forms the another lymphatic big lymphatic nodes. And all nodes, so they are drained their secretions or lymph into the lymphatic trunks. The main lymphatic trunks are certain they are present in the lumbar regions, some are present in the intestine, some are present in the bronchomediastinal region, that is center of the chest, then some are present in the subclavian bones region, and some are present in the jugular region. So these are the group of the nodes, those are known as the trunks. They can collect the lymph from the lymphatic nodes. And so they can drain into the thoracic duct, the upper parts of the all the lymph from the upper part and the upper legs that can drain into the thoracic ducts. And thoracic ducts they are present below the chest bone, and as well as the lower part they can drain the fluid into the lymphatic duct size regarding 1.2 centimeter. And thoracic duct they can drain, so their lymph or secretion collected inside the duct that into the left subclavian vein. Then right lymphatic duct they can drain their lymph into the right subclavian vein. And these right and left subclavian vein they can drain the secretion into the vein, or that is the superior vena cava or inferior vena cava, where it can drain out. So like that the lymph can be flow from tissue to the heart with the help of capillaries, vessels, nodes, trunks and thoracic ducts, as well as the right lymphatic ducts and right and left subclavian vein, then directly into the superior vena cava where the end of the lymphatic system is present, starting from the tissues and end with the superior vena cava. So like that the lymph or the body fluid that was left by the systemic circulation, so that was recirculated by the lymphatic system. So due to that reason, the lymphatic system is known as the drainage system. So next one is the regarding the important lymphatic organ, that is spleen. It is the largest organs of the lymphatic system, present in the left side of the upper ribs. Okay, so it is present in our ribs and as well as just above the stomach, that is the locations of spleen. So spleens mainly play important role in the filtrations of the lymph and as well as it can store the blood cells and produces the blood cells and helpful for to fight against the infections and disease. Next one is the thymus gland. The thymus duct, it is mainly present just below the chest or chest bone. It is also involved in the to invading the foreign invaders or microbes due to presence of the rich of lymphocytes or WBC. One third or two third WBC they are stored in the lymphs and thymus gland. So that's why they play important role in the immune system. Next are the tonsils or adenoid. So these are present in the oral cavity and tonsils are also play important role in the immune system because it consists of the T lymphocytes and beta lymphocytes. So when you are taken the food or air can breathe out, that can be filtered or invaded by foreign invaders by the tonsils. So that's why the tonsils is known as the first defense commander. So those are present in the roof of the oral cavity. It consists of rich of lymphocytes. They can having the capability to invade the foreign substance microism. So those are present in the food and as well as the whatever the air we can breathe in. Next one is the bone marrow. It is also the organ of and tissue of the lymphatic system. It is present in the inside the bone or spongy part of the bone. The bone is also consist of or having the capability to produce the WBC, platelets and as well as the RBC. So these WBC they are involved in the defense mechanism. Then Peyer's patches. So these are present in the lining of the mucous membranes of small intestine. So these Peyer's patches play important role to destroy the microorganism. So those are processes are enter in the small intestine left by the tonsils from the oral cavity. Here also the Peyer's patches. So they are present in the lining of small intestine. They also produce lymphocytes and they can invade the bacteria or viruses in the small intestines. Then as well as the appendix, to the end part of the large intestine. So this appendix is also considered as the lymphatic tissues. It is also having the capability to destroy the harmful bacteria and it can restore the beneficial bacteria. That is the role of the appendix. So these are the various important lymphatic organs and as well as the tissues regarding spleen, thymus, tonsils, bone marrow, Peyer's patches, appendix. So all major functions they are involved in the to regulate the immune system due to presence of the beta lymphocytes and T lymphocytes.